Okay, so first of all, we just wanted to mention that we do take precautions when we meet up for our videos. She pitched up like this, and then we sanitize we both sanitize, and then we get together and we make sure that we don't cross-infect and that kind of thing. So our video today, you can take your mask off. So as we mentioned in, I think, our very first video that we've posted, we'll get into a bit of facts and questions about South Africa.
South Africa, yeah, just so that people can like understand
Yes.
a bit more. Not that I'm saying you guys are stupid or anything, but
You never know. It might be educational.
There's a lot of misconception when it comes to being South African.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we Googled most frequently asked questions about South Africa, and then we're gonna give you guys. Well, we've got 10 questions, and we've got 10 facts about South Africa that you might find interesting.
Yeah, so basically the 10 frequently asked questions about South Africa is basically going to be our input, not what...
Some of you might not agree with it 100% completely, but we're going to answer it as best we can.
Yeah, so...
Okay, question number 1. Where is South Africa?
Okay,
I really couldn't believe that this was a frequently asked or frequently Googled question.
if I may, okay, so I'm gonna... Guys, so Africa is a continent, right?
It's kind of self-explanatory about where South Africa is, in my opinion.
Well, it should be. This is very, very poor drawing, I'm just saying that. Okay, so you have the African continent, ne? Looks very phallic, but anyways.
Yeah.
South Africa is at the bottom, guys.
It's called South
Africa. So you have Africa, and then we're all the way at the pipiki end of Africa, okay? Like, that's where we are.
Go.
Okay, so... Sorry. Like, this is legit an FAQ about South Africa. We did not make these questions up, okay?
And can I just mention that whenever I've traveled across overseas, they always ask me, like, if you're South African, like, why are you white?
Yeah, so this is one of the FAQs is, are there white people in South Africa? I know that I didn't immigrate. I know for a fact I was born and raised in Pretoria of South Africa. So
both our parents and grandparents are from South Africa.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, do you speak African? Okay, now African is not a language, but Afrikaans is. Afrikaans. It comes from Dutch. We mentioned it in our first video. So no.
Other than that, like, we do have African languages like Zulu and Xhosa.
We'll mention that in our facts.
Facts, yeah. But guys, like, to speak African, I mean, that's a very broad spectrum because
it's a continent. There are hundreds of African languages,
so
including French. I mean, there's a lot of countries that
Portuguese.
Speak. Yes.
Like, okay, but we'll get to that because it's part of our facts about. Okay, cool. So, are there wild animals running around the streets?
In the Kruger National Park, yes.
Yeah, like in enclosure or in enclosed.
We call it a
or fenced off. Yeah, it's like Kruger. Any freaking.
It's like a conservatory.
Yeah, like a
wildlife
park. A reservation.
A wildlife park.
Yeah. So, but if you really want to know, we do have, like, you know, feral cats. We've got bunnies. Don't know where they come from.
No.
In my area where I live, we got some peacocks. So, so yeah, no, but not like I will wake up in the morning and see a freaking giraffe in front of my window. Like, no, guys,
there's no hippos walking around the streets. But in Gauteng, where we live in Pretoria, I think the most exciting thing you'll see next to the road is a dog, and then you have to pick it up and take it to its owner.
Oh, like I said, a feral cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those you just leave alone.
Yeah. Those things are vicious.
And you'll find some mice in your garage or your garden.
I think everybody has vermin problem, you know. I mean, I've got a hamster. I thought you were gonna fart.
No. I might.
Okay, cool.
Do you have a pet lion? I wish.
Sure.
They're absolutely beautiful creatures, but no, we don't have pet lions. There are people, but they're usually in conservatories. and
Yeah, like
rescue-
your farms, but
Yeah.
even when they're hand reared and whatever, they still quite. I mean, it's a wild animal. We went to a game reserve the one time, myself and my husband and a few friends.
They usually get released back into the wild.
Yeah, they do. But when we went to this one holiday game lodge, you know, they said that we can go have a look at their young males of 2, the age of 2 years old, and they were huge. I mean, I'm a tall person, I'm a tall girl, and they came past my waist. They were huge. There was nothing small and cute about them, whatever. And the first thing they tell you is, do not turn your back on the lions,
Never,
even though
never.
they have been hand reared and they know people. I mean, they came up and you call it that. I don't know how to say it in English, but and it was so teen jou gestreel, you know, like they
Yeah,
come and
kind of
they
like a cat does.
like yeah, exactly, like a cat does. But flippin' hell, when that male lion came and he like rubbed up against me,
And enclosures, like they'll always tell you in wildlife parks, never open your windows to see them, especially if you have kids in the car. And if you go for a game drive, it's usually this open vehicle,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
seats that you can go out and see the big 5 and whatever. And they always say the children need to sit in the middle.
yeah, so that the parents they can basically be hidden by the slightly bigger
Bigger, well, the adults.
yeah, or bigger children, you know, because South Africa, there's no in between. You either get the really short people or you get the really tall people. So like I'm the really tall person and
I'm
the really short person.
very short person.
Next one. Do you know my friend in Kenya? Guys.
We get asked this whenever you're abroad.
Explain me. Let me just with my poor
Rather
drawing
than-
and then no and then you can just so Kenya so you have your equator here somewhere, ne?
Yeah.
Ne. Equator. Kenya is like somewhere here in the freaking middle where there's all these other little countries in between, and again South Africa is at the PPT end. Okay? It's like
Okay, so we're not going to go into too much detail about this one, but most of the time, like 99% of the time, no, I don't know your friend in Kenya.
I don't even think I know anybody in Kenya. I think I know somebody that has
Been
visited
to.
Kenya
Yeah.
on holiday, but I don't personally know
Guys,
anyone.
there's a lot of countries on the continent of Africa, and this is why it's a frequently asked question on Google, because whenever we go overseas, like you'll go to London or France, or you'll go on a cruise where you meet different nationalities and
Yeah.
whatever, they'll ask you, do you know this person in that country? Do you know this person? Guys, Africa's big, and even South Africa is
quite big. We're huge, dude. It's like we come from Pretoria, and then you come to me and be like, oh, I know somebody from Cape Town. Do you know this person? No, I don't. I most likely don't know that person.
Cape Town is a 14-hour drive away from Pretoria. Like, it's a 2-hour flight.
It's a 2-hour flight, but I remember when we drove down to Cape Town, it was with stops. It
Yeah.
took us about 2 days, but we also took the scenic route.
Next question. Do you hunt for food? No, we hunt for fun. It's a sport.
But whoa. Just to clarify that, because a lot of people can be opposed to that, is that yes, it is a sport. We do have it as a sport, but
The meat is never thrown away.
yeah,
Everything is used.
everything is used, from the skin to
the
even
meat.
even the organs are donated, and it's also
for like alligator
eaten.
food. And
Yeah, but
that kind of thing.
it's also like the
No, we
organs,
don't have alligators. We have crocodiles.
crocodiles, yeah. But yes, a lot of people, for instance me, I do go hunt, but I purely hunt for the meat. And we go in, my husband and I go in a time when basically the animals need to be culled, you know. So if there's too much
Yeah,
of
a farm
this,
will advertise that. Look,
Yeah.
look, I've got too much of this antelope. Can you please come hunt?
yeah, and then
Whatever.
and then we'll go, like we'll take the opportunity, we go, but then we come home with the meat, like
Yeah,
we don't
we do.
throw anything away.
You take
Everything
it
is
to a
used.
butchery,
Yeah, well, we gut and cut it
Yeah,
ourselves.
but you'll usually
But you
take it
can,
to a
yeah.
butchery. We only hunt in the winter times. I myself don't hunt. I'm not very good with guns. That's why there's no guns in this household. She is though.
Well, yeah, I grew up with it, so
Yeah. No, my dad's an amazing shoot or shot.
shot. Yeah.
Werner as well, his dad and my brother. But I'm just no. Mm-mm.
Well, okay, let's put it like this. It's for some people, and it's like that all over the world.
Yeah. South Africans will know that we mostly hunt for biltong, which is jerky in the US, but much better. Much
Just
better.
No offense to anybody from the US that's watching this, but sorry to say, but once you have a taste of our
South
beef
African-
jerky or like Volt's jerky or whatever, it will change your life.
I'm sure
So-
lots of people have heard of biltong. It's like a delicacy, no, like the most favorite treat.
I think it's, and I'm pretty sure it's only South African. I think it's pure South African made, like a cook sister.
Yeah.
You know, so that's also amazing. I was a cook sister. It's so good. Like what they do with the spices and the curing of the meat and all of that kind of stuff. It's yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, cool.
Okay, next one.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
I think it's a worldwide thing.
Yeah, but just to make it clear.
Sorry, we don't do Christmas Eve necessarily. You'll get together with your family, maybe have dinner, but we don't do the whole Christmas Eve thing. Wait until midnight to open presents.
Yeah, no. That's,
We wake up. We decorate for Christmas.
Yeah, from at least about like from the 12th of December.
Like my family will start on the 1st of December to get presents.
Well,
So yes, we do celebrate Christmas and we decorate and everything, but most families will get up in the morning, Christmas morning early, all drink a cup of coffee together and open gifts, and then later on most families will just sit around and
like we'll have what we call a braai, which
Yeah.
is also like for any overseas or foreign people that are watching,
Like Sunday dinner.
like a barbecue. You know, that's what our braai, what South Africa calls a barbecue is a braai.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
I almost thought for a moment it's not recording. I was like, what?
Sitting here talking a whole bunch of nonsense,
Yeah.
just to ourselves. It's great.
Okay.
Carry on.
Do you have electricity? Sometimes.
You-
You'll see in one of our other videos that we filmed. We've got load shedding. So
All the power stations are cut off at a certain time for a certain amount of hours because we don't have the resources right now
to create electricity for the entire country and never have it cut out.
Yeah, so
But most households, all households have electricity.
Yeah, even in what we call the squatter camps,
Yeah.
like they even
also-
have electricity.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't run around with candles. We still not
silly
living.
question.
We're not living like our ancestors when they decided to come here. That's like a 2.
At least a 3.
No, not even.
Okay. But with us burping, it's just something we do together. Most of South African women are ladies. They won't burp or they'll go, excuse me.
We're hooligans.
Yeah.
we're
When we're in public though, we'll contain ourselves. But
maybe you, and still not me. Most of the time, my burps just
And
come out and like.
we used to, when you burp, you have to name a color.
Yeah, but now we're ranking our burps.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we score it out of 10.
10?
Yeah, so we score it out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, last one. Do you live in a hut? There are tarred roads. We do live in brick houses. You know, it's. So yes,
There are tribes in South Africa
that
who
keep it traditional.
Yes, they prefer to keep it traditional the way they've always done it, like the Khoisan, for example. They'll live in grass huts or
Mud huts.
or
Yeah.
whatever they can find.
Yeah.
So living in a hut is a purely traditional thing, but I'd say at least 80%, maybe more, live in actual brick
Like
houses.
houses. So no, guys. Yeah.
We hope we answered some of your frequently
If
asked
you
questions.
have more questions that you want to
Comment
ask,
down below or email if you're shy.
yeah, then by all means we'll be more than happy to
To answer them.
answer it to the best of our
Yeah.
knowledge.
And if we've said anything that's maybe not 100% correct, you can also comment.
Like,
and
go
tell us,
for it.
No,
Yeah.
this is not right.
Yeah. So we're not gonna take it as negative criticism. It's
we won't be offended.
let's put it like that. Just help us out wherever we went wrong. If you think we went wrong somewhere, then by all means help us out.
This one we're just gonna read. So it's 10 facts about South Africa that are quite interesting. Some of you may know them, some of you might not. So we're just gonna read them, one each, till we get to 10, and then
Cool.
that'll be that for the video.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. So South Africa has the longest wine route in the world.
Number 2, South Africa is the largest producer of meat in Africa.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
That for me is a new fun fact that I also learned now today.
Yeah,
So
me too.
yeah. Table Mountain is one of the oldest mountains in the world. So,
Okay, the first successful heart transplant was done by Chris Barnard in South Africa. He was a South African doctor. You can Google Christian Barnard. It was quite a big deal for South Africa.
yeah, it was a huge deal. So
And for the medical
field,
it was a really great
success.
advancement.
Our population is just over 59 million people. I am not going to say the full number because I don't want to sound like a certain somebody that everybody makes fun of when it comes to really big numbers. So yes.
Okay, and then our nickname is the Rainbow Nation because we've got 11 not tribes. Okay, we've got so many different
well, we can
ethnic
say
groups.
ethnic groups. Where am I? We have 11 official languages.
Now, obviously English.
So
is
English,
our universal.
universal.
language.
But Zulu in South Africa is the most spoken. But that's why we said that. What was that previous question about? Oh, do we speak African? Okay, so do we speak African? This is why, like English, Afrikaans, Zulu, Tswana, like Sotho,
Sepedi.
Xhosa.
I can't do the
They are so that's why we
Venda.
say Tsonga. That's why we say you can't ask us if we speak African because we've got so many. So
Okay, and then I think some people might know this one. The largest diamond, it's called the Cullinan diamond, was mined in South Africa in Cullinan. It's one of our diamond mines, and it now belongs to the Queen of England. It's in the crown jewels kind of thing. Roxy loves this fact.
I'm sorry. Okay, so it's
Well, we both like the Avengers, but I'm more DC.
yeah, she's more DC, I'm more Marvel, and as you guys can see, like we're also
we did this again.
Yeah, so we're like big Harry Potter fans. Both of us are House Gryffindor. Go Gryffindor. But like my geekology,
And we didn't do the Pottermore test like 5 times to get to Gryffindor. Both
no,
of us
it was
did
like
first
well,
try.
I was a hat store, so out of all 4 the houses, so I had to choose.
Yes.
And I was very surprised when I read up on being a hat store that McGonagall was one.
One of the longest hat stores.
One of the longest hat stores, and well, it took me about maybe like
We're
a
getting
week.
off track now.
Sorry.
But we do
But
that.
yes, so anyways, and my geekology is
Through the roof.
well, I would like to think so. Not a lot of people would, but I would like my wedding was Star Wars themed. So anyways, so this is why this fact is for me. The Avengers. Was it the second Avengers? Yeah, the second Avengers
Sure.
movie? I can't remember what it's
I'm
called
not
now.
sure.
I disappoint myself. Anyways, so the Avengers was filmed in Johannesburg. Also, we call Johannesburg Joburg. As well as the Safe House with Ryan Reynolds and I think it was Denzel Washington. But anyways, I just know Ryan Reynolds was filmed in Cape Town. So we actually had a few international stuff here. There was also, like I know.
There's a few films that they might have like scenes or whatever that was filmed in South Africa.
Parts of it was
because the country is so diverse. With
yes, but Safe House I know throughout the production was filmed in Cape Town. And then we've also got a few more. You guys can go and Google them, but there was a few more. I know know
'Cause
Matt
we've got-
Damon and
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman was here for a movie.
Yeah, because we've got so many beautiful settings. Like you can have the desert in one place and the bush in another place and coastline.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
We've got a lot of ecosystems happening here in South Africa, so it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah. And our very last fact for you guys is we have 9 provinces.
So,
they're
like,
named,
or just to, it's like states.
yes.
For any international people watching, it's our provinces
China
are
also has-
states.
China also has provinces.
Provinces, yeah. But just to clarify a little bit, yeah.
We're not going to go from big to small. We're just going to name the 9 of them to you quickly. So Gauteng, which is the most populated.
And is where we are currently situated. This is where we live.
Then you have KwaZulu-Natal. Then you have Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Northern Cape. You have the Free State, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and the Northwest. Those are our 10 facts for you guys.
Yay!
So just a little bit of a different video. We did tell you guys that content will be random and there will be a great variety of the things we just want to film for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we said, we want to be so relatable. We want to be able to connect, and you know, if you guys want us to film anything else, you know, if
Yeah.
you have any suggestions, by all
ideas
means,
or whatever.
or whatever else you want to know.
Sometimes we'll have a creative block like most people do. So then we'll go through your comments or emails and we'll choose certain
Yeah.
things.
So like, by all means, don't be shy, guys. Give us ideas.
Okay, the last thing, speaking of frequently asked questions, if you guys want to comment or email us some questions that you want to ask about the two of us, especially maybe after Roxy has filmed her story, my story will be posted soon. You can send us some questions. We'll do a Q&A of the two of us.
Of us, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll pick 5 each and then we'll answer.
just let's keep it clean. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it
Just
nice and chilled and actually
Yeah.
sincere, like you guys
Like,
really actually
no
want
hate.
to get to know us.
No
Yeah,
hate.
like we love. Yeah, guys, like,
that's it.
cool.
And always remember,
I forgot our motto now.
self-love.
Oh, not self-harm. Cheers,
guys.
guys.